Assalamu alaikum. Hopefully, I'm audible to you all, right? Inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So, dear sisters and brothers, we are into the day 11th of this Canva Mastery course, wherein we have been learning so many things so far, right? And Alhamdulillah, and today, in today's session, as already told, you're going to learn everything about the business, okay? Business sales, flyers, the banners, and more, okay? This is a very important topic and the crucial part of the graphic designing, wherein you're going to get your clients with this request. Okay, usually you will get the clients who will be requesting you to create their sales banners or sales flyers or something for their businesses or for their startups. Okay, so make sure that you're attending these two sessions, the day 11th and the day 12th, inshallah, would be the business sales flyers, banners, advertisements, how you're going to create all such. Okay, so make sure you're attending these two sessions. These are very important ones, wherein you're going to learn how to create your own ads and more. Okay, inshallah. Let's begin day 11th of this course with the rectification of intention, inshallah ta'ala, that we're going to do this for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're going to, inshallah, begin with the name of Allah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Expecting barakah in our affairs. Let's continue. Let's continue this journey of being more productive, inshallah. Okay, let's have a quick lesson recap on whatever we had dealt with in yesterday's class. Yesterday, what did we start with, dear sisters and brothers? Can you just type in the chat box? Yesterday, we started off with something for the business, right? We started off with the business sales, business cards, right? We started off with the business cards and then the letterheads. Yes. Some of the business card that we have created together are put up here. Have you seen this? Just look into this. These are excellently put up, right? So these two kind of business cards were generated, right? So Alhamdulillah, this was very excellently done. So Alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers. And also we could do it in different patterns. And then we also had seen how to create a letterhead, right? This was a letterhead, yes. And also carousel, yes. It's the carousel, the menu, the brochure, the carousel. Okay, I told you a key concept, how you're going to add the guides, right? How you're going to add the guides to make sure that one thing follows the another thing, right? So some of the things that we had created together, that we had seen together, were these ones: menus, how to create the menus, brochures, and also I told you how to create the mock-ups for the business card. Do not send it to your client as such. Make sure you're sending it along with the beautiful backgrounds, along with the mock-ups, right? So this way you can create your own mock-ups, dear sisters and brothers, something like this. Okay, the satin background was used, and yesterday in class we were using something like these ones, right? We did it with these ones. Okay, and also this one. These were the mock-ups created by us, right? Okay. Hopefully you remember creating these mock-ups together with me, right? So Alhamdulillah. So Alhamdulillah, all of these were the homework submitted, mashallah. You have been doing so well, barakallahu fiki. And Alhamdulillah, by now you all have started to design like a pro. Alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, barakallahu fiki. So let's head on, inshallah. We're going to head on to the day 11th of this course, wherein you're going to learn so many new concepts, inshallah. So many new concepts of editing. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We're going to learn, inshallah, business sales, flyers, the sales advertisements, the business banners as well. Inshallah, the product photography, how you're going to get the photography of the product, how you're going to animate the ads, animate it and make your flyers into ads and post it on various sites. Inshallah, we're going to see it all, inshallah. We won't be able to cover all of the topics in today's class. So we'll take this as a 2-day session, okay? Today and tomorrow's class would be about the business sales flyer, because this is a key concept while you're going into the whenever you're going into providing the service to your clients. Okay, so remember that. Inshallah, be ready with the two devices. You have to work along with me, because you have to know these concepts together with me. You are going to graphically design the things with me, right? Hopefully you all remember that every day we are doing with different topics. Every day you're getting to learn new things, right? Just don't have the same things from the previous session put up in the next session. So remember that, dear sisters and brothers. See how many concepts we have covered together, right? We have covered so many concepts together. So inshallah, and today's session as well as upcoming sessions as well, we're going to learn so many concepts together, inshallah. Let's begin. So let's head on to our homepage. We are going to start off with, okay, what is our topic for the day? It is the business sales, flyers, banners, posters, or whatever. So first thing, you have to ask your client what is he intending to put the sales flyer on. Okay, if he's putting the sales flyer, okay, wherever the sales flyer you're going to make, for example, there is a coffee cafe and they want their the coffee sales flyer, okay, to be made by you, okay. So when they ask you to be get it done, then they'll let you know where are you going to publish this. If they ask you to make it as an Instagram post, this should be collected by you itself, okay. You have to ask them whether you're going to post it on Instagram, whether you're going to make use of the sales flyer on the Facebook, or whether you want it as a poster, or you are going to print it and send it to the, or what we say, send it to the various addresses, or something like if you are going to put it as an ad on the newspaper or ad on Facebook and something like that. So dimensions for the sales flyer, dear sisters and brothers, is given by the client. It's client given, okay, client given, remember that. So whatever flyers you are going to create, make sure you are getting it once clarified with the client, and then you can start creating with the dimensions, or no problem. Whenever the dimensions is not given, then you just can change the dimensions according to your own, right? Once you create, even after you create, you can resize your designs very easily. Fine. So now, dear sisters and brothers, let's head on to create a design wherein you're going to write something called as flyer. Fine, you're just going to write it as a flyer because we don't have any aspect ratio as such, so we'll just write it as a flyer. We'll get a flyer in hand, A4 size sheet. Fine. Think that this is a flyer that you're going to generate so that they'll get it printed as a poster and they're going to post it on various sites. Okay, so this way. So I've taken a flyer aspect ratio. Now let's begin. So this is one thing that you have to remember. Let's begin about the sales flyer. Okay, what is a sales flyer? Why is it required? Where and all will it be helpful when we just head on to the businesses? When you see into the businesses, why is it useful? Can you just tell me why are the sales flyers important? Why are the sales flyer important? Anyone, please type in. To get more customers, right? Yes, what is the purpose of a sales flyer? It is nothing but they want to attract more customers by giving what we say, by giving the percentage discount or something like that. Yes, to reach the customer, to reach the clients and something like that. So every outlet, remember that, dear sisters and brothers, once you get someone, once you get someone who is into the business field as your client, and they will approve you as a graphic designer, you will get them as a what we say repeated client. Remember that. Usually when I work with a supermarket or supermarkets, dear sisters and brothers, they are they become my repeated clients. Why? Because remember, every now and then they are going to have the sales, festive sale, sometimes now Deepavali sale, something like that. Every what we say, every now and then they are going to have festive sales, something like clearance sales, something like what we say, big sales, big bonus sales, Ramadan sales, all of it are put up, right? Independence sales, something like that. You know, when we prepare it for the supermarkets, they are actually multi-product banners. Okay, at least 10 to 15 or products to be put up, sorry, 30 products to be put up in single page. Okay, we usually when we prepare it for the supermarkets, we are charge a very handsome amount. We can charge at least rupees 3K to develop one single flyer. Find one single flyer or banner. So it's all based on the needs. Fine, based on the needs. So remember, you once you start getting your clients from any shop or the outlet or something like that, remember they will be your repeated customer once you serve them excellently. Okay, so serving them excellently means that you have to provide a good graphic design first thing, and then you have to make it on time. Make sure that you're going to make it on the time, and make sure that you're avoiding the things like you're avoiding the extra spaces or something like some unnecessary stuffs in your design. Fine, we make it a beautiful design. Fine, don't make it a clumsy design, cluttered design or something like that. Make sure your design follows the design principles as being taught in the sessions, dear sisters and brothers. And revise it. Okay, once you're what we say, once the person, whoever has given you the work, When he doesn't find something good, if they ask you for the revisions, please make some revisions in this post, in this design, then make sure you're revising. You should be open to the revisions and you should be open to the reviews. Okay, collect their reviews. Next time, don't do those mistakes. And these things are important as a graphic designer. Okay, let's head on. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hopefully, you are finding these things very important because we are not just learning the skills, we are learning to earn through the skill, right? Yes, I'm just not teaching you how to do this. I'm also giving you the tips and tactics how you can earn so well, inshallah, through the skill because I am into this graphic designing. I have been earning through this. It's my source of a kind of a side income that I prefer using this graphic designing skill. This is a skill, dear sisters and brothers. Do not devalue this skill. One important thing that I want to tell you is do not devalue this skill because this is in trend nowadays, right? Wherever you see, whatever you see on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, you can be your own content creators with this skill now. Fine. You don't even have to worry about the stuffs like if whether would I be able to do this or not, or that or not. No problem. You will be able to. You would be able to do everything as such, inshallah. So let's begin. Bismillah. Okay. So where are we? We're going to start ahead with the business sales flyers. You can take any flyer in hand. We're going to start off. Okay. So the topic that I just thought of doing now, inshallah, would be okay. Let's see what topics. Let's start with. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so we are going to design the business sales flyer when we're going to start with a single product sales. Okay, single product sale. Okay, any idea whatever single products you want, you can put up in the chat box. We'll do it together. Fine. So let's get on to the single products. Any single product. Just now I mentioned about the coffee shops. Let's just begin with the coffee sales. This one itself, a shop itself. Okay. So what comes to your mind? Mind mapping the sales flyer is important, right? So we'll just go ahead with the elements. We'll take a coffee mug now. Okay, just write coffee. Okay, because it's the first thing is a product photography that is required, right? Around that product, your what we say, your business sales flyer works, right? Around that product. So make sure you're having a beautiful product put up, and then with that product, you have to start off designing. Fine. You can take the photos as well if you want to take the photos. You can do it in multiple ways. Okay. So I'll teach you one or the two ways or five or six ways to do these things, inshallah. Do it together with me. It will be of great help, inshallah ta'ala. Let's begin. Bismillah. Okay. Come on, do this along with me. I just want you all to do this along with me, inshallah ta'ala, so that you will find these stuffs very excellently going. Okay. Bismillah. So let me grab a coffee mug. It be a cup, a mug also. If you want a photo or entire photo also, you can put it up here. Fine. I'll just put this up here like this. Fine. And then what I'm thinking of doing is I just want to put some stuffs like the elements here and there. Okay. So we'll just you can do it in any way that you want. Please make sure you're doing it in any way that you want. Fine. Okay. One such cup is here. This cup is not so quite good. So what am I going to do is I'll take some beautiful. Okay, this looks good. I'll just grab this. I'll put it here. Fine. Okay, you don't have to select this itself. Make sure you're doing it by your own in your own ways. Fine. So I'll take this as well. I'll spill this beans over like this. Okay. Okay, make it feel like it is being spilled up. Fine. So what I'll do, I'll see if there are some beautiful spilling images. Okay. Something like this filled up. One is inside, this is outside. Okay, give it a good look. Fine. If it is not looking good, delete it. Do not settle for the content that you don't love. Fine. Remember that. So if you just want 2 to 3 beans, let it be just 2 to 3 coffee beans. Put up inside this glass, a saucer, right? Okay, this is fine for me now. Okay, if you want more such things, you can add it up. Or you have this one with the spill itself. See, with the spill itself, you can delete this over and put this up here. Fine. Okay, this is one way. Fine. Then let me fill this page entirely with what we say with the coffee stuffs. Okay, if this is what you want, you can just place it somewhere here. Okay, let me fill it with the coffee stuff. So what more do you think coffee a sales shop would contain? Coffee bean, something like that. Let's go ahead with the graphics. In graphics, you'll find so many beautiful, what we say, there's one we can carry on, right? Okay, we'll just take it somewhere here, lower its transparency. Okay, and duplicate it around. We'll put this somewhere here. We'll duplicate it around, put it somewhere here. You don't have to make it like this itself. Make sure you're doing it in your own ways and best ways so that you want that you can, fine. So then, okay. Now the textual content, I'll just fill up it up with the textual. Now, if you want more such, you can add it, dear sisters and brothers. If you want to give it for entirely for the screen like this entire screen with this thing, you can add it over and send it to the back. Okay, send it back. Send it to back layer, send it to back, right? Go ahead to the layers and send to back. You can give it entirely with this color, and also this color you can change it to the coffee color, right? Coffee color instead of black color. You can even arrange those colors together like this, fine. So in this way you can go ahead with, or if you don't want this to be the back cover, you can even change it to something like coffee beans entirely to this, fine. So you have so many things. If you want, you just can mention this somewhere, coffee love or something like this. Okay, somewhere here in this. It's all up to you how you want to take the things into consideration. Okay, let me just put this up somewhere here. Okay, if I'll delete it if it doesn't suits my what we say suits my design. Fine, so I'll just put it here. Okay, I'll just delete it. I think it's not fine to go with that. Okay, fine. You can just take over whatever things you require. Fine. The next thing that we are going to go ahead with, dear sisters and brothers, is okay. Next thing that I want to think, we'll just go ahead with the textual content. We are going to make it very simple at start. Then we are going to complicate it, inshallah. Let's make it more simple. Add a text box. Start ahead, dear sisters and brothers. I've started it with a text box. We'll just add this text box over. Okay. Any what we say? Any topic you can mention. Any topic you can mention. So let it be coffee sales. Let it be coffee time. It's coffee time. You can write whatever. Coffee time. Okay. Then what else am I going to think of here is just okay. Okay. Let me just change the font. So I'll just change the font to something like this if I wish to. Coffee time. Yes, this also looks classier. Okay. Then if I want to mention what kind of sale is being put up, let me just add a text box like this. Okay. I'll just ungroup it and change it. Okay. So what am I going to do? Winter sale, because it's winters. Let's write winter sale. Okay. If you want, we can even bolden it up as well. Let it be this much itself. Winter sale. Okay, let it be this one itself. Exclusive discount or something like that. Let's write. Okay, make sure it is center aligned. Exclusive, what we say, anything you can just mention. Can I mention exclusive 50% off discount or something like that? Exclusive sales, exclusive offers. Let me write take 50% off today. Take 50% off today. Something like that. Or whatever. It's all up to you. Right? Instead of this green, don't make it look clumsier. Change the colors. Change the colors. Let's just maintain it all brown. Okay. Coffee time. If this looks good, you can change this winter sale to coffee time to winter sale. Because this text would look good with the coffee time. Probably. I do not know. We can just do that all by ourselves, inshallah. Okay, this is all ours. This is all our frame. And if you want, you can even have this in this regards, like one after another. Coffee time is a winter sale. Coffee time, you'll write it in this regard, and then winter sale in that way. Okay, so that would look good, preferably good. Coffee time. Okay, let this be bigger and this be in the format of the winter sale. Coffee time. Okay, this would look good because it is so beautiful typography. Fine. This is fine. We'll take this coffee time there and we'll change it to winter sale. It's all up to you how you're going to maintain things, right? Winter sale. Okay. So, dear sisters and brothers, next thing that you can do is you can just put it up here, right? So just give me a moment, Bismillah. Okay. So it's here. Take 50% off today. And so we can just go ahead with winter sale over here. Okay. So dear sisters and brothers, okay, something like this you can just maintain and this is done. Fine, you can even add some things like the shapes now. For example, I'll go ahead with a shape. I'll grab this shape up, okay. See now what am I going to try to, what am I trying to do? Just look into this image, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, see, I'll just put this up somewhere here. Okay, listen carefully. Somewhere here. I'll send it behind. See, I'm just going to send it behind, layer it up, send backwards. See, what did I just do? I just made a wall wherein it feels like all of these beans are put up. Okay, okay. I think the bean kind of thing won't go look good for this with this. Fine. Okay, this much. I can just go ahead with this much and I can put this up on this wall. So this gives it a feel of there is a white wall behind and brown wall in front. Fine. So this way you can add two walls. Fine. Two different walls together. Fine. Hopefully you are understanding what is being done here. Fine. Just do this with me, inshallah you'll understand. And I just want you all to write drop shadow. Drop shadow. Instead of drop shadow, okay, in the drop shadow, this something like this, rectangularish you can go ahead with, okay, and you can just mention the shadow here so that the white wall that is behind is giving a reflection to the brown wall. So just layer it up and send backwards, a bit backwards. See now, this gives a look like this is being placed on this is being placed on this wall that is at the front. Fine, hopefully you are understanding this. Yes or no? If not, you can just ask me to do it again. Come on, please try this along with me. Let's see how you all have done it, inshallah. You can send it over after the class, inshallah. Hopefully, you are understanding this and how you're going to change the colors of this design, dear sisters and brothers. This is finalized version. What I'll do, I'll duplicate this and show. Okay, one more thing is required. What is required? We need to write the location, right? We need to write the location of this one, the store. Which store is being having this one, right? Let me change this coloring to something blackish. Fine. So I'll just write the location, coffee cafe somewhere. Okay, somewhere you can just mention the what we say ABC location, ABC. Okay, and also make sure you're having the address put up there or what we say the location icon put up there. Fine, location, location. Fine, we'll just take this location. So see how beautifully you have generated within seconds. Okay, there's nothing to this. The graphics that are used here are very excellently put up. You just don't even have to worry about the stuffs that you now you can just create this and sell it to your what we say any local supermarket. You can just go ahead and be the what we say their graphic designer. See, this is done. Now if you want to change the colors, I'll just duplicate this over. How to change the colors? Yes, what will help you to change the colors? Can you all type in? It's nothing but going ahead with the styles. Yes, and going ahead with the color combinations, color palettes. Okay. So now let me just select the brownish one itself because this will go well. So see here, and this way you can change it. Oh my God, this goes so well. Even this one, this one as well, this one as well. Okay. So select whatever you love. Fine. Whatever you love, whatever you like, you can go ahead with that. If you don't want this coffee beans, I think we can make it more classier without this coffee beans spilled up. Fine. I'll just show you with one such. Just a moment. Okay. Without this coffee beans, this is good one. So I'll just go ahead with an elements again. We'll select the coffee kind of elements again and see if we can just simply put up this, put it up as without those coffee beans like this. Then we can just place it over something like this. Okay, and also give it a shadow look. Okay, for this even we can add a drop shadow. Fine, drop shadow. Go ahead with the drop shadow and see some shadows. Bring those shadows, put it up here. Fine, and something like this you can place and send it a bit backwards. Layers, send backwards. Fine, something like this you can maintain and put it up here. Okay, alhamdulillah. So this is done, dear sisters and brothers. So did you all like it? Create these stuffs in this beautiful ways. Fine. So alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers. Let's create another banner now. Single product. So what single products do you think of doing? I think after this we will just go ahead with something like okay, this one. What we say, perfume sales. Fine. Some perfume sales. Single product, that is also single product, and we'll see some different what do we say, different aspects through which we can create. See how beautifully we have generated this, right? Did you all like it? It's very excellently done. Fine. So now I'll just duplicate this itself. We're going to go ahead with a perfume kind of sales, fine. So how we are going to go ahead is we are going to start off with something like a product, simple product. So you can just go ahead with a product. Usually what do we want? We require a product. So we'll just write perfume here, fine. Perfume, done. Under perfume, we'll just see what are the beautiful perfumes that you can grab. Okay, better to go ahead with photos instead, or you can go ahead with graphics itself. In the photos, you have beautiful photos, you can grab it up. Some things without the background itself, you can grab it. For example, you can even grab this one, right? Okay, even for this one, this suits well, right? Brown background. So this suits well. We'll just go ahead with this one itself. Fine. For the very first one, we'll just take 50% off today. Anything like this. Premium collection of the perfumes. Let me just write premium collection. I can let the premium be in this one. Okay. Okay, we'll keep it here. We'll just bring this here. And then we'll just write collection. Collection. Okay. Premium will write here. Collection here. Or we can even make it more what we say in different regards. Different colors. Or we'll just put this up in some other frame. In this one. And some other handwriting look. Okay. Condensed look. Fine. Premium collection. Something like this you can write. Something you can this like you can write, right? Premium collection of perfumes you can write. Take 50% off today. Okay. So take 50% off today. And also you can give ahead something if there is a new product arrival. You can just mention new there, fine? New there and you can just write it over. Fine. Something like this. Okay. And just you can write something. Let's see if you have some beautiful labels put up, new arrival, new product. Okay, new product. So something like this, you can add it and put it here or there, wherever you want. So this is one section. Okay, we have to remove this background of the coffee, right? So make sure you're removing this coffee kind of background. Okay, so this way you can just go ahead with. Okay, just a moment. Give me a moment, inshallah. Okay, extremely sorry. There was a technical issue. Alhamdulillah, I'm back. So dear sisters and brothers, hopefully I'm audible to you all. So Alhamdulillah, we have generated these many flyers together. Hopefully you all have been doing this all along, inshallah ta'ala. So can you just mention to me whether I'm audible to you all? Bismillah. Yes? Am I audible? Okay, just mention to me if I'm audible, inshallah. Let's begin. Okay, we were with this collection of the perfume, so inshallah we'll continue with this, right? So then we'll just write any address or something like that. If you want it to be just the online store, you can just write it like www.perfumes.com, anyperfume.com or something like that. Perfume.com. Okay. Okay, let me just place it here. Okay, did you all just like the things that you're creating? Now we can even add more such things to this. For example, if you want to add for the perfume collection, if you want to add some of the stuffs as an element, yes, sisters and brothers, you can add it very beautifully. Okay, I'll just show you how beautifully you can add those things, inshallah, together. I'll just see here something like the stuffs like these. You can add it perfume collections for this if you want to wish to add this somewhere here, or something like okay, just see here if something that will help you to create some beautiful stuff, you can create it. And for this one, if I want to add, let me just make something like instead of this, okay, I can do it like this, right? Yes, I can just maintain it in this way, and I can change the color of this to the same premium. Okay, even this looks good. So something like this. So make it more creative, more finer look. And see here, these perfume bottles, if you want to put it behind, you can put it behind. Okay, reduces transparency, and then send it to backwards. Okay, position it backwards or layer it backwards. Send to back, two in one. You can just use it, right? Now you can change the colors of these things in this regard. How are you going to change the colors? I'll just duplicate this over. I'll show you how to change the colors. Just look into this, then this way. Hopefully you all remember doing this, right? It's quite easy to, it's one thing that will help you in the ways that you'll not imagine, right? What is this called as? It's called as the color palettes, right? Color palettes. With it actually works wonders. The color palette thing, right? So make sure you're using this very effectively, very excellently, inshallah. So something like this can go ahead with something like these ones, or you can maintain it brown itself if you wish to, because the bottle is brown here. This one would look good. Okay. Okay. Now I'll just show you some other ways to create this stuff itself more beautifully, right? The same thing, same perfume bottle, same backgrounds in different ways, right? I'll just show you to do that. So come on. Instead of these two different backgrounds, what we'll do, we'll just delete this over. We'll delete this drop shadow also. Okay, we can even give something called as reflection for this, instead of this drop shadow. If you don't require this, you can even give the reflection. See, as the reflection is here, fine. Can you see that the reflection of this bottle is here? If you don't want this, the brown bottle, what you can do is you can go ahead with some other bottle and add a beautiful reflection. See, for example, I just take a perfume bottle, something like this bottle. Okay, there's a reflection already added up. So this reflection you can create. You can create this reflection. Okay, I'll show you how to create this reflection together. If I'll add this perfume bottle and I want to add a reflection, go to the apps. There is something called as easy reflection. Okay, make sure to use the stuff that I'm telling you into the session. Okay, easy reflection, easy reflections. Go ahead with easy reflections and you'll have something called as reflection. So within seconds, you can create the reflection to these things. Okay, something like this. See, just look into this. If you want to do it with the shoes or something like that, products. Usually, we use this reflections for the product to make sure the photography is very excellent. What we say, the product photography is excellent. You can maintain the offset in whatever way you want, in the left if you want, in the right if you want, and also you can maintain this offset to be put up in whichever way you want. For example, for this, we have taken this in this regard. So now what you can do is you can just add it to the design, fine? The reflection. So this is here. Now you know how the reflections are usually. This should be something like lying down on the floors, right? You just have to maintain the offset as well. You have to make sure that offset is put up well. For example, if you want to make sure that it is something like opposite to this, like the shoe, like it was shown, you can just flip it over, flip vertical, and then put it something like this. Okay, so these ways you can just maintain the reflections in this regard. Or if you want, there is something called a skew image. You can even make sure that this image looks more perfect with the some other way. For example, you can even go ahead with something with this reflection itself. You can go with the apps and go ahead with skew image. Okay, write this thing, skew image. Yes, Kew. Fine. Over there, you will find something called as skew image, wherein you can just skew your image into a 3D manner, like how we used to craft the what we say the textual content. How we used to craft the textual content, we can do the same with the skew image. Fine. So remember, you have so many apps in hand that will help you to skew the images, to create the stuffs more beautifully. Horizontal skew, something like that. You can just skew it up like this if you want to. Okay, you can place it over like this if you want to. This is called as skewing. Okay, if you want to make it lying on the floor, so make sure you see something like this lying on the floor. If you want to add it and add it to the design, something like this, you can add it and put it behind this. Okay, this way you can maintain the skew. Fine, you can delete this over instead. So this is called as skewing of the images. You can layer it backwards, center to back. Okay? If it looks good, then that's well and good. If it doesn't look good, you have to be more creative with the stuff and make it more beautiful reflection. Fine. So, okay, one such thing is about the reflection that I wanted to teach you, how to add the reflections to the thing to make it more seem more what we say classier. Fine. Then the next thing that you can do with this is the skew image that is already being taught. Fine. The shadows as well, we can just remember. And also, dear sisters and brothers, you can make use of something called as podiums or the platforms. Okay, this is for this one. I'll just duplicate this over itself. Okay, I'll show you with the podiums or the platforms. Fine. Okay, let's go ahead with the podiums now. I'll just see about the platforms. For example, I'll take a beautiful one so that it looks good on the platforms or the podiums. Okay, the photos itself we can go ahead with. Okay, whichever, whatever you want to, you can go ahead with. Fine. Okay, let's move on. Anything, whatever. For example, if you want to take these perfume bottles and you want to put a platform, or we call it as a podium, platform. Fine. You can just type in platform and then take a beautiful platform, any platform, whichever suits your needs. See here. This looks very classy with the products that you put up, dear sisters and brothers. Make sure you're doing this, okay? And you have to bring this forward. Remember that, okay? Make sure it looks well aligned, right? You have to make sure it looks well aligned. See, it looks well now. Fine. Then the new products, if you want, you can just put it up somewhere here. New product, okay? So these are the things that you have to know beforehand to create all the stuff, okay? I'll just do it with some another one if you wish to. Something like this podium also looks good. Something like whitish podium. And also if you want to have multiple products or single products, whatever, it's all up to you, right? Okay, it's not up to you, it's up to your clients, whatever they want. So we can just go ahead with these platforms and see so beautiful platforms you have in hand, dear sisters and brothers. Make sure you're grabbing it up, putting it over and creating a beautiful stuff. Fine. So you can have beautiful products in hand and create those, what we say, graphics. Fine. Something like this with the podiums you can maintain. And also with the shoe sales, if it is there, then you can just add those shoes on these platforms and you can get what we say beautiful graphics done. Fine. I just want you to do this all together with me, inshallah. And for this also, you can maintain something like you can add something to the bottom, like as we added this one over here to make it look like two different backgrounds. Fine. You can add some different shapes. You can just go ahead with the shapes. Add this shape over behind this podium, right? So that it looks like the podium is sitting on this wall. Fine, layer it up, send it to back. Something like this you can maintain and make sure you're adding a drop shadow there, right? So these are some ways that I have taught you to do these stuffs, inshallah. You can create it very excellently if you want it. We can make it white here, some other color. I'll just change the color of this. Something like lightish brown. And then I'll just add a simple drop shadow like this first for this podium, a bit sent backwards. Okay, play with the stuffs that are here and create the graphics very excellently, dear sisters and brothers. You don't have to settle for the content that is that is not satisfactory for you. Remember that, okay? You have to be sure with the content that you're producing. You have to be sure, you have to be what we say confident with the content that you're creating, fine? So make sure you're confident with the content that you have in hand, fine? So okay, layer it up, send backwards, again position it a bit backwards. Okay, this is fine. So this way we have created the two worlds. See how beautifully we can do that. Now we can go ahead with the color palettes and change it to whatever you need, right? Color palettes will work very excellent with the things that you have, okay? The next thing, dear sisters and brothers, for this itself, I'll duplicate and show it to you. For example, this perfume bottle, you don't want this photography, you want your own photography. What you can do is, you can go ahead with the apps, okay? Apps, and you can develop your own photography using the AI that is here, the Magic Studio AI. Come on, go ahead with the Magic Media. Magic Media. Come on, try this along with me. I want you all to do this along with me. Go ahead with the Magic Media. Okay. Now I'll just write some few words about the perfume bottle. So, perfume bottle lying on the beach side. Beach side. Okay. This was put up. Okay, I do not know how would this generate, but still something like this image was put up on perfume site, wherein they had used this kind of flyer, wherein the perfume bottle was lying on the beach side. So if it so these are some of the images that has given you. Okay, you can use these images, the AI generated images. This is more what we say, more dreamy kind of. You want filmic kind of or photo kind of, then generate it again. We want a photo kind of, so we'll just generate it again. So this way you can go ahead with. With this AI, you can generate the stuffs very beautifully, dear sisters and brothers. See here, this looks good now. So this bottle you can go ahead with. You can even name the bottle, whichever bottle you name you want, you can give it to you, and you can just put it up here or there. Fine. You can just, what you can do now, you can add this as a background, replace this as a background, something like this, and you can add it over. I'll just delete this thing. Okay, something like this, and this color should be changed. Okay, color should be changed using the product, what we say, using the color palettes. Fine. Okay. The next stuffs that you can create. Okay, for this magic media, I just wanted to show you how beautiful you can create. You can write impossible things like panda cycling a bicycle. Panda cycling a bicycle. With these things, these photos, AI generated photos are very excellently produced using this app. Make sure you're using this stuff beautifully, okay? Panda cycling the two-wheeler. Let me just try, let's see. Two-wheeler. Okay, let it be dreamy, generate image. Dreamy would be like it will give you a starry night or something like that, fine? So make sure you're utilizing the things that are here. You can generate 500 plus images per month, fine? 500 plus images, AI images for free with these applications. See here, so beautifully. You can just use these things in whichever way you want, fine? So in this way, dear sisters and brothers, you can develop the images, fine? Now let's get back to this one. I'll just change the color palette for this so that it looks good with this frame. Okay, for this one, I prefer you using the magic, what we say, type texting, type extrude and more, okay? When you use the photos, make use of the type extrude or something like that, fine? To make sure that things goes well, things goes best with this design, fine? So the next thing, okay, let's do it one with the shoe ad because it was showing up somewhere there, here or there. So we'll do it one with the shoe ad. Shoes, fine. So we'll just put up the shoes instead of this. Okay. We'll just put up one shoes instead of this. Okay. So make sure that you are having the beautiful shoes in hand to add it over to this one, right? Okay. Let me just take the very first one itself. It's all up to you, fine. It's all up to you which one you want to take. So instead of this, you can just go ahead with shoes sale. Okay. Shoes sale flyer. Okay. Now you have to make sure the backgrounds are matching well, right? Yes or no? Background should match well. Now you can just write what is in store or something like that. Okay. So I think we'll just put this up here. Instead of this collection, I'll change this collection to, okay, new casual shoes have arrived or something like that. This would be a casual shoes. New casual shoes. Okay. Shoes sale. New casual shoes. Come on, do this along with me. You'll love doing this stuff together, inshallah. So just a moment. This doesn't fit well. Make sure the alignment. Just look into this. Yes, sisters and brothers, how much time am I spending to just align the things together is very important, because you just don't have to create a stuff and keep. You have to make sure that whatever you are creating should be very well put up, right? You don't need this perfume things now. You don't need the background, this perfume background. You don't need this coffee beans. You want something different, right? Because you are into the shoes now. Shoes sale, new casual shoes, take 50%. Let all this be the same. It's all given by your client. 50% off. Let me just add a 50% off. If you want new product, you can add new product. 50% off. We'll just go ahead with 50%. Search. Okay. See how beautifully you can just maintain with this 50% off. Instead of this, you can take 50% off today. Take this 50% off. Take 50% instead of this off. Um, I can write it in some other ways as well, right? So we'll just write it as take, and we'll just increase it in font size 50%, a bit shorter. Okay, we'll duplicate this over off today. Oh, yeah, yeah, today, something like this. Okay, usually major shells are being put up when they create the sales flyer. So just thought of writing 50% sale. It's all up to you. Fine. This is one way using the podium. You can write, or you can just change what we say. I can just change whatever is in behind and create the stuffs beautifully. Okay, if you don't want this, you can change it. And the colorizing is all up to you, dear sisters and brothers. If this doesn't look good, change it to some other handwriting look. Fine. So do not settle for the content that you don't like. Remember that. Handwriting, I'll change this to something this to save. Okay, let this be there. New casual shoes arrival or something like that. You can write and then take 50% off today. Okay, you can even play with those effects and add some lifting up. You can add some shadowing up. Shoes sale. Just see here something like this, and make sure your content looks beautiful. Fine, and then you just go ahead with the designing, colorify this thing, something like this as well, something like different, whatever ways you want, you can colorify it. Fine. Now, for example, you have more stuffs to this, dear sisters and brothers. I'll show you how you can beautify this further. I'll just duplicate this, okay? And I'll just add some stuffs like this here, tone paper, tone paper, tone paper. Fine. Under the tone paper, I'll just make use of something whitish. Okay, this whitish tone paper. I'll just add this over here. Should save. See how beautiful it looks now. Right? This is something like you're just giving a bit of different look, that's all. Right? Now, if you want to add, okay, there's something like perfume.com mentioned here, right? Instead of this, you have to mention some other things, right? Some other stuff. Let me just write, put it a bit smaller, keep it above. I'll just add some tags instead of writing, sitting back and writing. I'll just write buy now. Buy now. I'll search for buy now and add it. Okay, this buy now, I'll just add this. Anything that is over here, you can add it over. Buy now. I'll just place it here. www.any. If you want to place that out, you can just write whatever. Shoe bazaar or shoe outlet. Any name of the shoe outlet you can mention. Shoe outlook, something like that. Okay. So see here, something like this was put up, something like this was put up. You can change the colors now. Okay, go to the designs, color palettes, and change the colors. Okay, this looks good. Or if doesn't look good, do not settle down. Fine. Okay, something like this if you want. Done. This looks good. So this way you can create. Or you can create this with the blobs. Okay, there is something called as blobs. That is irregular shape. You know what are blobs? Blobs are something called as irregular shapes. First, I'll change the color to something else. I'll show you something called as blobs now. Give me a moment, inshallah. Okay, let this be here. I'll just show you something called as blobs. Okay, this is our banner, shoe sale, new casual shoes. See how beautifully we have produced it. You can just go ahead with blobs. Come on, type it B-L-O-B-S. Make sure you're writing all the elements that I'm telling you, dear sisters and brothers. Fine. See here, you can add all of these blobs together. Some blobs are irregular shape. You know, there is can blobs that will help you to produce these irregular shapes. You can go ahead with the apps and see there are so many blobs that are useful. You know, with this blobs kind of feel, they have produced hundreds of graphics. The graphic designers have produced hundreds of graphics. Even we had produced some of the stuffs like this, some of the event flyers or something like this with these blobs. Okay, just the blobs. These are the irregular shapes that you can use. Now you can go ahead with the designing and change the colors to this. That's all. See, now you can give it a beautiful coloring. Make sure the background is whitish, maintain whitish to make it seem a bit better. If it doesn't look good, go ahead with some other colors if you wish to. This colors, I think it will suit. Okay, this colors will suit. Okay, so this way you can just have the blob kind of feel, right? So hopefully you have understood how to create these steps, right? Okay, come on, I'll just show you some other things, inshallah. See how beautifully we have created this. Like one or two last, inshallah. I'll create one or two such flyers. Come on, let me just not duplicate this. Instead, I'll just add a new page, fine. We'll just go ahead with some juice kind of flyers, fine, fruit juice or something like that, fine. So we'll just go ahead and take some textual content at first, or we'll just go ahead with, okay, let me just write the topic first so that you'll understand the thing that we're doing. Fruit juice. Okay, we are going to have the sales. If it is a winter sale, let it be the winter sale or the summer sale, whatever you want to put up. Let me add a fruit juice kind of feel, or if you want, you have, I told you, you have beautiful font naming as well. You have lava fonts, you have fonts like, let me see if lava font will go well. Okay, lava font will also go well. Fruit juice, you can just have these colors if you wish to, or else you can have the effects and go to the effects and lift it up, something like this if you wish to. Okay, and then, okay, fruit juice, when fruit juice comes to your mind, you just have to go ahead with the elements and search for the fruit juice. Fruit juice. Okay, let's just go ahead with the graphics and see. Okay, let it be of the variety. If you want to place this itself, you can place it. If you want to delete this over and place something else, you can even go ahead with that, because fruit juice are available in different categories, right? So you can go ahead with these ones. If you want something like this also, you can put it up. It also looks good, but doesn't looks this one, it's an AI generated kind of look. This is a photo kind of look. Okay, so we'll just grab this one or something, whichever you wish to, even with the fruits, something like that. If you want, you can add it over. And so I have added this. If you want with the photos is better to go with. Yes, it's photo that is better to go with. You can select this. It looks like, it gives you a feel of what we say natural feel with the photos, or else those are actually the here, there's a natural feel here, fine. Okay, we'll just add this over itself, fine. So the next thing for the fruit juice, go ahead with the graphics and see what you can add with the fruit juice. This splash, if you want, you can add it. Okay, I'll just add this splash. So what I'll do is I'll just send it backwards. Okay, layer it backwards, send backwards. Okay, and if I want, I can just increase it in size as well, right? Because it seems very smaller. Okay, somewhere from here to there. Okay, now you can even add some fruits here and there. How would you add those fruits? For example, if you want to add this splash over with an orange splash, something like this, if you want to add. Okay, you can even add this splash, orangish splash somewhere from here. Okay, if you don't like it, remove it. Okay, if you want to add the fruits over, somewhere here, somewhere there, you can add it. Okay, something like this. You want to keep it here at the half here. I'll just take one kiwi fruit and put it somewhere here. Yes, this is all possible, right? You can just maintain these things. Okay, let it be like this, and let me just rotate it like this. Okay, and then what more? What more? You can grab the strawberries, you can grab anything. You can have those ones. Okay, let me just put it up here, make it shorter, and then just rotate this over. I rotate it over so that it looks good. Rotate button here, something like this. Shorten it up further. Okay, shorten it further so that only this looks good. Okay, something like this. What more you can add for this, dear sisters and brothers? You can just give me suggestions in the chat box, inshallah. What more can be added? Leaves can be added, right? You can just add some leaf or the leaves. I'll just write leaves instead. Leaves, and I'll just put up some leaves, beautiful leaves here and there. Come on, do this along with me. I want you all to do this, inshallah. If I want, okay, with this fruit, I'll place this. And also, I'll place it here somewhere. Okay, I'll duplicate this over. I'll place it somewhere here. I'll place it somewhere here. Okay, it's all up to you. If you just don't like it more to be put up, then just stop it over. Fine. Like if you want to rotate this like this, you can rotate in place. It's all up to you. Fine. So done. So the next thing, what more things that you can put up into this, dear sisters and brothers? Okay. Produce over. And what else? What else can be done? What else can be done? This produce I've just written like this. I think we'll change the colors later. Fine. We'll just add another text box like the with sale. What is this sale? I'll just write special winter sale. Special winter sale. Sale. Okay, it's too small. Let me just increase it in size, place it somewhere here if I wish to. I'll just go ahead with any textual content. I will just see if we can have some beautiful handwriting kind of feel because I have taken something beautiful there. Special winter sale, increase it in size. Okay, this looks good. Now you can add the labels, you can add the tags, you can add whatever, and you can even add the location to this. And let me just go ahead with something beautiful labels and add a 50% off. Okay, it's not always 50% off. Remember that. You can just take it based on your client's information, right? Okay, I'll just write. It's just up to 50% off. Okay, you can just place this over here. Shorten this if you want to, and then you can just take it over. A location should be put up, right? Okay, make sure to add a location. Fruit juice stall, fruit juice center, fresh juice center, or something like that. Fruit center. Okay, let it be fruit center. Okay, now this is partially done. Fine. So if you want more stuff to be added, you can add it, or you can just go ahead with the color palette and change the coloring. Okay, start with the coloring and just do it over. Now you can even add a drop shadow there. You know, there is no shadow. It is not looking uplifted. So I just want to take this image that is here. This image, I want to make it feel like it is a 3D look. So go ahead with the editing, and there is something called a shadow. Hopefully you all know that. Go ahead with editing, and there is something called a shadow. Make sure to apply the shadows. See here. Now this gives a good feel. Fine. Shadow. Apply the shadows. Fine. So even the background colors, let's change it. Background color. First we'll change it to something like blackish. Then we'll go ahead with the color palettes. Now we'll see what color suits well with our requirement and change it over. Fine. Okay. Not okay. Something like this if you wish to. Okay. Finalize something that you love. Fine. And make sure to keep it realistic. For example, these leaves are going in brown color. Make sure to turn it green again. Fine. So this is something that is okay for me now. If I have time, I could do it with some other colors as well. Okay, something like yellowish was feeling good. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Even whitish background. So whatever, whichever you want, you can just maintain and make a beautiful flyer out of it. Fine. Okay, this is one such, and we'll just head on to one last. Fine, one last, inshallah. Add a new page. Okay, I'll just show you how you're going to make beautiful backgrounds. Fine. Recently, we were seeing the ads created on various what we say apparel shops online. I mean online stores, fashion stores or something like that. There was a beautiful ad created. Usually You can even create it on the Canva. I'll show you how these beautiful apps can these ones can be created together, inshallah. I'll just make some beautiful backgrounds for you and show. Okay, something like the comic backgrounds. Okay, just write comic backgrounds together with me. Comic background. Okay, we can just take this over. Okay, this comic backgrounds. See how I'll just change this comic background to something more realistic. For example, I'll take this over. I'll rotate it over. I'll place it like this. Okay, at the center of the page. I'll just reduce the transparency here. And this way I can play with the transparencies of the thing. Right? So this is turned yellow. I'll just do this with some other. Just look into this, dear sisters and brothers. I'll take this blue. I'll add it to the center. Something like this. I'll show you how beautifully I will convert this to something else. Okay, yellow and this one. I'll merge this two. Okay, I'll merge this two. I'll keep it at the center. Do this along with me. Simple activity. Please do this along with me. Okay, this way you're playing up with the backgrounds, fine. You can even change the colors to this. I'll show you how you can change that later. Just wait for me, inshallah. I'll take this red comic background and keep it like this itself, fine. Okay, at the center, make sure to enter the center alignment. Then let's do it with the graphics and see if we have some beautiful comic stuff, something like these ones. Okay, center align it. Okay, and for these also you can add some of the stuff like this. Center align it. You can change the colors to this as well. Okay, I'll just reduce the transparency. Okay, you can go ahead with the designing and change the colors to this. See here how beautiful you can change the colors to this stuff. Fine, in this way. And also for this one, how beautiful you can change, I'll just undo this up. Okay, now see here. And this way you can change the colors. Okay, this is one such designing thing wherein you can design the stuffs very beautifully. Okay, why is this used? Okay, why is this used? Probably you might question. It is used because you can just add some single product sales, dear sisters and brothers, inside this. Recently I had to create one flash product for the sale. So for that, I just use this pattern. So I'll just show you how beautifully we can do that. I just write sale, big sale, okay? Some big sale. Big sale. Fine. Usually you can just add it over like this for the big sale stuff, something like this in the center. Right? This looks very classy, big sale, and then you can just write up to how many a percent off. Or I'll just delete this. I'll just add this up for you and show. See, yeah, this looks very classy with this big sale, super big sale up to 70% off, something like this. And something I was viewing at recently was for the libas.com. Yes, they had the same kind of feel, same kind of what we say, the topic. I mean the comic backgrounds in this one, and they had just added the stuff with the online um, website name. That's all. Libas. Simply, I'll just write www.libas. Okay. So now, if you want to add the stuff in between, for example, what is this thing for the sale? For example, if it's an apparel, if I'll just add a shirt. Okay, shirt or t-shirt. Let me just add shirt or t-shirt. So you can just go ahead with the photos as well. Grab some stuffs. Okay. Okay, something like this if you wish to. One over here, you can add a super sale, take up to 70% off on t-shirts or the shirts you can mention, or what is the cost you can mention, and you can just go ahead and do this very excellently, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, so if you want it in some other pattern like hoodies, if you want to put up there or something like that, you can even add it over and place it there. Okay? So it's all up to you. It's hoodie here. T-shirt and hoodies. Let me just have the hoodies look. Let me just take this over. Up to 70% off. Okay, something like this flash sale you can mention. Or if you want, you can even add more labels to this. Fine, more labels to this. You can just go ahead with the labels. Any label you can just take over. There are price tags also. Take this price tags. This price tags will be very helpful for you. For example, if I'll just add it over here, then I'll just take a simple textual content. I can just write it here. A t-shirt and hoodies for just, take both t-shirt and a hoodie for just rupee. Take both t-shirt and hoodie for, we'll just write rupee 500, something like this. This would be the flash sales that you can give it for the store. So this way you can maintain some of the beautiful, what we say, big sale kind of flyers. Generate some big sale kind of flyers. Okay. So this way, inshallah. Hopefully, you are doing along with me, inshallah. Hopefully, you all are finding this very excellent, excellently put up. Create this more beautifully, inshallah. Inshallah, next session I'll show you some more beautiful stuffs that you can create with this backgrounds, inshallah. So, alhamdulillah, for time being, this is enough because we have created so many things. Alhamdulillah, 13 only for today. That's too great, mashallah. Just look into the things, stuffs that we have created together. You can even animate them. You just can go ahead and animate them. For now, I'll just show you with this one. See here how beautifully we have converted this designs for the perfume sales, with the reflection, without the reflection, with the podium, without the podium, with the background, with the photos, with the AI generated photos, with the shoe sale banners, with a tone paper, with the blobs, with the various stuffs that is put up here, with the colorizing, with a beautiful comic background hand. Just look into these designs, dear sisters and brothers. You can just make sure that you all are generating these things, inshallah, together with me, or after me, after this session, inshallah ta'ala. I just want you all to do this, inshallah, and make sure you're grabbing a beautiful, like excellently put up clients who are going to be your repeated customers, inshallah ta'ala, in the future. So jazakumullah khairan kaseera, dear sisters and brothers. Take care of yourselves, inshallah. This is the class for today, inshallah. We hope to see you all in tomorrow's session. Jazakumullah khairan kaseera. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.